Hi, this is Margaret with Recipe Amateur Investigator. It's February, it's my birthday month, so the second cake I'm going to be making is a red velvet cheesecake. So let's get started. First thing you do is set your oven at 300. You're going to get yourself, and this is about an 8-inch, so you can probably get you can probably get away with a little bit bigger one if you want, or 2 small ones, perfect. And then if you need to learn how to cut the parchment paper, watch one of my videos of how to cut a parchment paper. You're going to put the parchment paper in, spray it with some canola oil or something, some kind of spray. And again, you're going to set your oven at 300. And then what I did, instead of making a red velvet cake, I went ahead and using a box red velvet cake mix, make the cake mix first, and I have it ready right here. So let's do the crust. So I'm going to do something a little bit different and a little bit spicy. I'm going to use a ginger. I'm using ginger snap cookie crust. It's about 2.5 cups of crust in here, and I already crusted it. Making sure this is plugged in. Yep. There. Just make sure. So it's already blended. Then I got about 3/4, half a cup of butter. You can pour it in there, but I don't like messing in it. It gets too messy for me to clean. I'm all about trying not to make a mess. And then I'm going to blend it. Oh my gosh, if you could just smell this ginger snap. It smells delicious. I never did a ginger snap. And we're going to pour some more all in here. Get it nice and buttery. Perfect. Then we're going to take and unplug this first because of that blade. And then we're just going to press all this in here with clean hands, which my hands are clean. I just washed them. You're going to pour the whole thing in. And then we're going to not listen to the dogs. Put this over here. And then we're going to go ahead and spread this out. Spread it out. If you want more, make more. You want a high crust, make a high crust. It's nice and moist. Perfect. Looks good. I'm going to flatten it a little bit more. Oh, it smells so good. Okay. So it's nice and good. If you can see it, it's nice in there. So what I did with the one that I already made, I'm creating this myself. I looked at different recipes, and I said I'm going to do something a little bit different. As you know, I like doing things different. So I got my red velvet. I'm going to pour some of this onto in here. So we have like a little cake bottom. Not a lot, but just enough. Give me one moment. And then we're going to put this in the oven at 300 for about 8 minutes. Give me one moment. Let me try to spread this in here. Oops, I'm going to get this spoon out of here. So I'm going to get lost in there. And like I said, I'm just going to put some in here for a little cake bottom. I might have to add a little bit more. Just enough. Okay, put a little bit more over here. Spread it around. And see, I'm leaving a little bit of the crust around the center. So when they cut into it, they have a little bit of the crust. But this is going to spread out. You'll see. I'm going to put this in the oven, and then we're going to make the filling. Stick this in the oven. Alexa, set timer for 8 minutes. So,
8-minute timer started.
Thank you. So meanwhile, I'm going to put this to the side, and we're going to start the crust. Good. Make sure I didn't do my flour anywhere. I mean the filling. So this filling that I'm making in here is just going to be a vanilla filling. It's three things of cream cheese. Use any kind of cream cheese you want to use. And I already started to whip it. Make sure it's at room temperature. also at room temperature. You're going to get 4 eggs and a half a cup of sour cream, all at room temperature. What we're going to do is next we're going to add in the sugar, which is 1 cup of sugar. Remember, slow is best key. Then we're going to put in 1 tablespoon of flour and 1/4 of salt. As much as cheesecakes I make, I should know this recipe by heart. Okay, so we got that in. Next, what we're going to do is crack 1 egg at a time in here. 1 egg. We want it to mix, and you're going to scrape down the sides. I'm going to scrape them down as soon as I add the eggs. There's another one. There's another one, and the 4th one. Perfect. Now I'm going to turn this off for just a second because I want to scrape the sides down. I have my little stuff right over here. And scrape the sides. Because you want to make sure that all that cream cheese is being in there, so because you don't want to have lump. And when you scrape the side, get the bottom, guys. A lot of people don't rub the bottom, but make sure you get that bottom too. Because see right here, see how that cream cheese is not it's not in there? It hasn't been blended, so that's why you scrape it. And this is what I do. Do that. Okay. Next, what I'm going to do, since I have this up, I'm going to put in 1 cup of the sour cream at room temperature. Give it a good 30 minutes, like your eggs. Make sure your eggs are at least no more than 30 minutes at room temperature. At the most, 2 eggs, otherwise bacteria. Okay. Usually with my cream cheese, I usually put it out for at least a couple of hours just for the cream cheese. Okay, so all this is incorporated. Mess over there. Oh, and then I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of vanilla. This way I don't get the splash guard going on me. One tablespoon of vanilla. The magic from Mexico. Yum, yum. Smells really good. Okay. And then I'm going to do this slow again. And then we're going to mix the sides again. I love this glass bowl, but it's so heavy, especially with people that, seniors or people that have like problems lifting, because it really is heavy. I wish they make it a little bit lighter, but I know for glass it's heavy. So, and we don't want to over mix it, but so that's why I'm not going fast. Slow is the key, because slow makes the cream cake not to crack, so they say. But cracking's not bad because you can always cover it. So let me do the sides again. Oh, see, now see on the bottom, it's so much easier for me to do this. There's nothing there, but I just want to get the sides one more time. And do it one more time. Alexa, how much longer on my timer?
Your timer has 3 minutes and 9 seconds.
So we're gonna be already ready. As you see, by the time that's baking, this should be already done. And then you have a few minutes to clean up your mess. And I'll be right back when the cake comes out, when the crust comes out, and then we'll pour this. I'm gonna show you how I do it. Be right back. Okay, so it's been 8 minutes. I let it cool for like 2 minutes. It's right here. See, the pan is old enough that I can pick it up. So it's not cooked all the way, but it's cooked enough. So next what we're going to do is, this is what I did to my other one. I pour some of this in here. I poured it. on here. And then, I'm sure I'm making a mess over here. And then what I did is I put a little bit of this on there, just in here. I just put a little in different spaces. Doesn't matter, I'll show you what we're gonna do. Okay, then I got, you can use a toothpick, you can use what you want, but I got one of these cake testers. And then you just come over here and you just kind of swirl it around like this. Because this way you got some of the red velvet into the cheesecake. What a perfect Valentine. This is nice for Valentine's or for my birthday. So, and see how I did it like this? You just kind of spread it around. Okay, and then I poured some more cheesecake on top there. Get some more. Okay. And then I did the same thing again. You're probably going to have some cake left over so you can make cupcakes with the rest of the batter. Okay, and then do another little swirl. And here, I think this is so fun doing this, these little designs. I like this. How cute. There it goes, all 4 Westies probably going outside to bark at the bird. Okay, put this here. Perfect. And then I'm just going to put a little bit more on top. Just drizzle some on top. Because I want to do it one more time. I have enough to make one miniature one for later. And then I'm going to put this here. Just a little bit more. It looks pretty, huh? Just enough. Like I said, you can have plenty left over for to do cupcakes. And then we'll just do this one more time. And then we're going to keep this in the oven at 300. You're going to bake this for like an hour to about an hour and 15 minutes. Just keep an eye on it. Everybody's a little different. I'm using gas and I'm in Arizona, so everything works a little bit different. It should look like jelly when you look at it. If it doesn't look like jelly, then keep it in there and keep an eye on it. Again, I'm going to put this in the oven, and then once it's done, most important thing, don't be a rookie. Make sure you put a pan underneath it so your inside your oven doesn't make grease from the butter from the bottom. So always carry a pan underneath it. And then once it's done, shut the oven off for like an hour to an hour and a half. Then pull it out, and I'll show you what it looks. Whoops! I'll show you what it looks like. Let me put this in my oven. Alexa, set timer for an hour and 10 minutes.
Timer set for an hour and 10 minutes.
Thank you. Okay, so let me get this mess out of the way. I'm going to show you what it's looked like, and then we're going to make a whipped cream for it. I was going to do a chocolate ganache, but I said, you know, I like to do something a little bit lighter. So this is what it looks like when it comes out. And then when it goes in the refrigerator, when you have time, put a little bit of, saran wrap. Keep the top on there. I just undid this for y'all. Keep it all together. Don't undo the spring can until you put it in the refrigerator. After you come out of the oven, in about an hour to hour and a half, let it rest in there. Put it in your refrigerator for at least 6 hours. I did mine for overnight. And I just undid the spring. So now I'm going to show you how easy it is. if you do your pan correctly, this is how easy. So I put my hand on top of here because it's plastic. I turn it over. Look at that. Look how pretty the crust is. See how pretty the crust is? It comes out perfect. And then easy cleanup. So this is what it looks like. I know it has a little bit of crack, but like I told you, who cares? This is the cake though, crack. It's not the cheesecake. It's from the cake. So what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna push this to the side, and we're gonna make whipping cream. So whipping cream is only 3 ingredients. And whipping cream you can use for anything. And for chocolate covered strawberries, dip your chocolate covered strawberry in whipped cream, ice cream, pies, cake, so much you can use this basic recipe. The most important thing is put it needs to be metal. So make sure you put this in the refrigerator or freezer. I put it in the freezer for like 30 minutes and then I put it back in the refrigerator. And it's 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. We're going to put in. What did I do with this? Perfect. Now this is what's going to take a while. So I'm just giving you the basic while this is getting peaked. One moment. Okay, then you're going to put in 1 teaspoon of vanilla. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. This is just going to be a vanilla whipping cream. Then you're going to put in about 3 tablespoons. I'm going to start out with powdered sugar. 1 moment. You can use 2 to 3, but we're going to start out with 3. Give me 1 moment. Because I think it needs 3. 2 and 3. And next, you just put this on high. Make sure this is in here. Rolls in. And we just turn this on high. And we're just going to let it do its thing. It's going to get really thick. So instead of you watching, we're going to pause it from here. And I'll be right back. The whipping cream is done. I'm going to turn it off. So you can see, this is what it should look like. It should have a peak like that. It should be nice and stiff. I love this whipping cream, let me tell you. If you don't like to use vanilla, you can use peppermint, you can use orange. If you don't want that, you can do cocoa. Put like a tablespoon of cocoa in there. So this is the cheesecake now. Let me unplug this. So what I decided to do, these are the things I hate about these things. Sometimes I keep it there. Okay, push this over. So what I'm doing is I'm just using a piping bag and a star shape for there. And I'm just going to go around it and pipe it. And then I'm going to pop this in the freezer. But if you want, I'll just use this one. I can't. This one's not very flimsy. Crazy. Okay. You're coming with me, Cookie. Okay. So then I'm just going to put this in here in the piping bag. And when I use a piping bag, I kind of get a cup to put it in so it kind of helps me hold it up. Okay. Supposedly this is supposed to make about 2 cups. So I'm hoping this works in here. And then I'm just going to go, you can start anywhere you want. And I'm just going to start here, go all the way over. And I'm just going to use, like I said, this is a pretty little star tip. And I'm just going to go over this all the way around, as you see. So let me go ahead and finish this, and I'll be right back and we'll taste it. Be right. I got the whipping cream all in there. Put it anywhere you want. And then I would set this in your refrigerator for at least, I would do at least 30 minutes. Or we're going to cut right into it in just a second. Then to make it really cute for Valentine's Day, you can get some sprinkles. open this. Let's see if I can open these sprinkles. Ah, maybe it wasn't meant to be. Oh, there. Are you opening? What is going on? Oh, right there. Tape. There we go. Can't see anymore with my eyes. Okay. Now, let's see. I'm going to put a little bit of sprinkles to make it kind of cute for Valentine's Day. Oh, I think that looks really pretty for Valentine's Day. Oh, lovely. Perfect. A little bit of sprinkles to make the holiday for Valentine's Day for your loved one or just for yourself. Now I'm going to go get me a knife and we're going to cut it and see what it tastes like. One moment. Knife, knife, knife. Where are you? Plate, knife. Come on behind you. And let's taste this. Should we all sing happy birthday to me? Well, and let's slice it. So you can see it. Oh my gosh. Let's see how this one turns out. I'm excited. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. My ideal worked. Oh my gosh. Look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. Y'all have to say this is gorgeous. I need some thumbs up, guys. I need some love from y'all. But come look at the inside. Oh my gosh. I am so happy with the result. Oh, it's beautiful. Let's taste it. Oh, I just amaze myself. Let's taste this. Oh, did you get a good picture of this so they can see how pretty the crust with the... look how pretty. I just don't want to touch it because it's so pretty. But we have to taste it, right? Let me tell you, that little crust, that gingerbread with the red velvet, look, I'm so excited. Tastes really good. If y'all ever watch me do my videos, I usually don't do just one taste. That's about it. It's delicious. If you love this recipe, subscribe to my channel. I thank you, all my new ones, all my new followers, and all the people that's been following to make me successful. I'm at 515. I'm excited about that. I know it's not as much as everybody else, but I'm excited about that. I'm going to be turning 65 this month, and I have one more other cake ideal that I want to make for myself. So if you love, like I said, if you love the recipe, please subscribe to my channel. And I want to thank you for coming into my kitchen and watching me play around. And I hope your family enjoys this Valentine Red Velvet Cheesecake, my recipe. And again, thank you for coming into my kitchen. Bye, guys.